Good morning, all. Today's topic I'm going to discuss about the functions of commercial banks, which is very easy to understand, and this is very important for your examination point of view. Out of 100% you will get this question, so just pay attention and understand. Okay, now the main topic which we are discussing is functions of the commercial banks. Okay, first, before I just start the topic, I want to tell you about what is a commercial bank. A commercial bank acts as an intermediary between the savers and investors. It mobilizes the savings of the public in the form of deposits. Such amount is being given for the productive purpose to trade, industry and agriculture also. They accepts deposits of various types and grants loans for a variety of purposes. Banks always plays a very important role in the economic life of every nation. They have control over a large part of supply of money in circulation. Through their influence over the volume of bank money, they can influence the nature and character of production in any of the country. So here the commercial banks will perform their function majorly in two ways, in three ways: primary functions, secondary functions. Okay, so and third one is agency function, in the sense that in two ways only we can say that primary functions and the secondary functions. In primary functions, the primary functions of a bank are the receipt of deposits, repayable on demand, and provision of credit to the manufacturers for productive purpose. In the course of its business, a bank accepts cash and creates bank deposits and convert the deposits again into the cash. Actually, this is the main function of the bank. They will take money from the people in the form of deposit. Again, they will issue it to the public in the form of the loan. It also transfers the deposits from one person to the another person also. So here we can say that the main primary function of the banking is accepting deposits and lending of loans. So therefore, in primary function, it is in furtherly classified into of accepting deposits and the lending of loans. So here in accepting of deposits, we should learn about how many types of deposits are there. In exam also you have to write under the acceptance of deposits, you have to write the types of deposits also. So the first thing is there are nearly of 5 types of accounts to be maintained by the commercial banks. The first one is fixed deposit account. As you all know that fixed deposit account is also known as a time deposit, because these accounts are being deposited for a fixed period of time. That means either more than of the 5 years and cannot be withdrawn before the expiry of that period. The rate of interest on these accounts is higher than on other types of deposits. The longer the period, the higher the rate of interest. So that is why this is called as a time deposits. And another way it is also called as a time liabilities of the bank. Time liabilities of the bank. Okay. The next the deposit account is current account or current deposit account. This type of account is also known as a demand deposit. This type of account or this type of deposit is also called as demand deposit or demand liabilities. Okay, so these accounts are generally be maintained by the traders or businessmen who have a number of payments every day. Money from the accounts can be withdrawn any number of times. So therefore, and at the same time, no interest will be charged on this type of the accounts. So therefore, here in this we can say that current deposits are maintained by the business person only. They can be deposited any number of times. On this, no interest will be paid, and it is also known as a demand liabilities or demand deposits. Okay. And the next deposit account is a saving deposit account. As a common man, those who are in a profession, those who are doing jobs, they can have a bank account based on the job they are doing, only to save the amount. Okay, so the aim of this, the main objective, the main aim of this type of saving account is to mobilize the savings. That means encourage the savings and mobilize the savings of the public. Okay, but certain restrictions are imposed on depositors regarding the number of withdrawals and the amount to be withdrawn in a given period of time. అంటే ఎలా అంటేమో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏదైనా మనం బ్యాంక్ అకౌంట్ ఉంటుంది, సేవింగ్ అకౌంట్స్లో మన శాలరీస్ పడుతూ ఉంటాయి. బ్యాంక్ ఏం చెప్తుంది, మీ విత్డ్రాల్స్ అనేది మీరు ఏటీఎం కార్డ్ నుంచి విత్డ్రాల్స్ కూడా లిమిట్ చేసేస్తారు. అంటే సేమ్ బ్రాంచ్ అయితే 5 times అని, వేరే బ్రాంచ్ అయితే కనుక 3 times అని, ఇలా కొంత లిమిట్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. సో సేవింగ్ అకౌంట్స్ హ్యావ్ టు have this some certain restrictions. ఓకే, వీళ్ళ మీద కొన్ని రెస్ట్రిక్షన్స్ అనేది ఉంటాయి. అమౌంట్ ఎంతైతే విత్డ్రా చేసుకోవాలి, ఎంత అమౌంట్ డిపాజిట్ చేసుకోవాలి, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, రికరింగ్ డిపాజిట్ అకౌంట్. సో ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అకౌంట్ ఈజ్ టు ఎంకరేజ్ రెగ్యులర్ సేవింగ్స్, particularly by the fixed income group only. So it is repaid to the depositors along with the interest on maturity. The rate of interest on these deposits is nearly as same as on the fixed deposits. Okay, this is quite opposite, that is a non-recurring deposit account. That means it is not being it is quite opposite to the recurring deposit, where you will not be paid any of the interest. Next one is that of the home safe account. Actually this type of account is mainly to inculcate the habit of savings in the children. Especially this account is for kids only. Okay, but what we'll do in this type of account means, under this scheme, a safe is provided to the depositor to keep it at home and to put some savings in it. Periodically the safe is taken to the bank, where the amount is credited to this account. So therefore it is just like of a small kitty bank will be just like of a kitty bank. Kid will be save their money. So like this, the bank will provide one safe to the customer. So customer will take it to home for a certain period of time. He can deposit, he can save some money in that particular safe. After certain time he can return it to the bank. In front of bank authorities, they will open it, and whatever the amount will be there, it will be deposited in the account. Okay, so that is the meaning of home safe account. Second one is of the providing loans, and second main thing is advancing of loans, or loans and advances. Another critical function of bank is to offer loans and services to the loans and advances to the customers. But bank usually provides number of types of loans to the customers. There are nearly of 5 types of loans and advances are there. The first one is money at call and short notice. Such loans are mainly for the short period of time and can be called back by the banks at a very short notice. That is say 1 day to 14 days. So these loans are otherwise as a interbank loans. The loan is repaid within the next day, or it may be for a stipulated time period, that what we already discussed, that is 14 days. Okay, cash credit, second one. It is a short period loan granted to the customer for a period of 1 year or less. It may be renewed after the expiry of the time period. The main advantage of the system is that the borrower need not withdraw the whole amount of the total sanctioned. They need not to be withdraw total amount sanctioned. According to the need and priority wise, he can withdraw the amount. Okay, next one is overdraft. Overdraft, as usual, you all know that the bank provides a OD facilities to the customers, where they are allowed to withdraw the amount more than their deposits. So interest is charged from the customers on the overdrawn amount. Okay. And the fourth one is fourth type of loans and advances given by the commercial bank is discounting of bills of exchange. So this is another popular type of lending by the modern banks. Through this method, a holder of the bill of exchange can get it discounted by the bank. After making some marginal deductions, the bank will pay the value of bill to the holder. When the bill of exchange matures, bank will get its payments from the party which had accepted the bill. Hence, bill of exchange is considered as a self-liquidating document. Okay, and the next type of loans like a personal loan. As usual, you all know that personal loan or the consumer credit also we can say that. That means the loans which are mainly given to buy the consumer durables like scooters, TV, AC, house, flats, etc. All these will be issued by the banks. These loans are being sanctioned to make a payment in a installments from out of the salary of the consumer, of the depositor or the customer, whosoever we can call with the name. Okay, so consumer credit is also one type of loan and advances issued by the commercial banks. Okay, next one is of credit cards. As usual, you all know that through credit cards also nowadays banks are issuing loans to the customers. Okay, banks are issuing credit cards to the individuals in order to enable them to buy without carrying a cash. So this credit card facility is made available for specified amount like hotels, travel agencies, seller of goods, etc. are accepting this kind of the credit cards. Okay, all these are the some of the types of loans and advances which are given by the commercial banks. And now the other one is secondary functions. The another that means, as I already told you, that commercial bank functions are been classified into of two types: primary functions and secondary functions. So here in primary functions, as we already discussed that the main function is accepting deposits and lending loans. In accepting deposits, we already discussed the five types of deposits, and in the loans also we have discussed about the 5 to 6 types of loans issued by the commercial bank. So coming back to the secondary functions, we can say that these secondary functions have been furtherly classified into of two types: agency services and general utility services. Okay, under the agency services, they will provide the remittance of funds, collection and payment of credit instruments, execution of standing orders, purchase and sales of securities, collection of dividends on shares, income tax consultancy, acting as a trustee and executor, like this, and paying the utility bills, etc. All these services which are being provided by the commercial banks will come under the secondary functions. Now under the secondary functions, another one more it is also there, that general utility services like discounting bills of exchange, overdraft facilities, purchasing and selling of securities, locker and paying and gather the credit. All these are the some of the facilities which are mainly provided by the commercial banks to its customers. Besides of accepting the deposits and loans, commercial bank offers these services to the customers. Okay, so these are the some of the functions of commercial banks.